Hello, welcome to Universal Wisdom. I'm Yavi, and I came just to deliver a message of just trust the process. No matter what's going on your journey, trust the process. Trust God, trust Source, trust Universe, trust whatever you call it, whatever you call your higher power, trust it. If it said, be still and let it be God, let it be God. If you go to it in prayer, meditation, whatever it is, your highest praise, whatever you do, and you go to it and you show concern and you let it know what it is, be steadfast. Give Source time to work it out. Because you have to understand it's working behind the scenes. It's orchestrating everything like a puppet master. So give it time. It doesn't work on our time. What we have to realize is that creation is already created. God don't need help. Source doesn't need your help. The universe doesn't need your help. All it needs you to do is be steadfast and just surrender and go with the flow. Get to where your faith is just unwavered, you know? Where it can't be moved by anything. I don't care what circumstance, what adversities you face. Just stay steadfast. Just trust the process. Trust God. And I promise you, your prayers, your desires, everything that you want will be answered in the correct timing, in divine timing. Most of the time, when you're in a situation and you're going through it and you don't know what's going to happen, it seems as though the problem won't move. It seems as though God don't hear you. God hears exactly what you are saying. And it moves when it wants to move. It knows when to move. Also, in the situation, once you learn the lesson of the situation, it'll go away. It'll go away. So what you need to do is, once you're in a situation where you feel like it's not moving, where you feel like you don't know which way to turn, where you feel like you've been to God in prayer, meditation, or what have you, and nothing is happening, you just be still and let Source be Source, because it'll move that situation right on out of your way when you least expect it. It'll be boom, just like how it showed up, it'll show right back out just like it came. And I just wanted to deliver the message of trust the process. I know I've said that so many times, but it's really true. I just went through a situation. I was in a lesson for, I want to say, like a year and a half. I was in that lesson. And I couldn't understand what was going on. When I first, encountered this situation, my focus was on something else. I was in another situation where I was at a fork in the road. I was determining whether I was going to stay in another state or if I was going to leave. And I was going to be with my significant other, and he would always say, that's God telling you to move. That's God telling you, go ahead and go. Take that leap of faith. Step into the unknown. Come on and get these blessings. All of that stuff. So, needless to say, I didn't follow that route. It wasn't time for me to follow that route. But anyway, I ended up still with this same situation, in this same situation that I was in. And the only thing that I could think was when my significant other that I was with at the time telling me, when God tell you to move, you better move, or the situation is going to get louder and louder and louder and louder. And I would always like torture myself with that. I would always feel like, oh, because I didn't take that leap, then this is my punishment. That wasn't it at all. You don't listen to what nobody tell you. You listen to God. You look for the signs, and you find a lesson in everything that you go through. The lesson in that situation was patience. The lesson in that situation was faith. The lesson in that situation was trust the process, you know? So I had to learn that lesson, before I could go on to my next timeline. So I just wanted to drop this message just to let everyone know. Please have faith in God. Have that unwavering faith that I don't care what happens, you still know that God is going to move that situation. Because if you don't keep the faith, if you don't trust the process, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse, because God is going to feel like, oh, this is what you want. This is what you keep focusing on. You ain't focusing on the fact that I've already shown you that all you have to do is trust me. No, you're focusing on the problem, and that is why it keeps persisting. So once you get your mind off that problem and you go through whatever you need to go through to avoid, and staying quiet and doing what you need to do to avoid the situation, then it'll go away once you learn that lesson and once you keep your mouth closed. So that was a lesson of patience. I want to say thank you to anyone that hears this message. I know that it could get weary, it could get confusing, it could get just plain old frustrating on this road less traveled. But be steadfast, keep it pushing, don't give up, stand in the pain. It's worth it. Trust me, I'm the living proof. And I just want to say that, just stay quiet in certain situations and just let God be God. You don't have to do anything at all. All you're doing is being a detriment to yourself when you react off of emotions instead of taking that 10 seconds to think, is this even worth me getting upset? Is this even worth me getting into an argument or a disagreement? Is it worth it? Is me setting myself back 10 steps worth, me pleasing my ego? So, I had to learn that in this situation. And I thank Source. I thank him so much, because if you want it, you can learn so much. You can level up so fast if that's what you truly desire. But thank you to whoever hear this message. Thank you. This is my first upload, and this is Universal Wisdom. I know that that's not the title, that's not what's on my channel, but I haven't had a chance to change the name yet because I have to wait a couple of more days. But this is Universal Wisdom, and I'm Coach Yavi, and I'm here. And I'm here to just drop jewels, just give you some of my wisdom on what I learned on this road less traveled. So thank you to anyone who tuned in, who stayed around for my rant. I know it's blood raw. So like I said, this is my first video, so just bear with me. It gets better. Just trust the process. It gets better. Like, the more you control yourself, the better you can control your situations. So, until my next upload, namaste.